Whoa. No. You have your ducky. Go get it. Go get it. Good girl. This is fine, more or less, for now. Just a little space for my things. Is it nighttime now or something? Yeah, I agree. I don't think being a hippie is a bad thing, and you're right, it does get a bad rap. I think, the burnout, druggy, war on drugs crusade that went on, and that still to this day kind of exists. The war on consciousness. So I don't think being a hippie is a bad thing. And it's just hearing you say that, it's like, no, you're right. Like, being a hippie isn't a bad thing. It's interesting the connotation we have for denotative things. Yeah, thank you. That's perspective enhancing. Kind of want to go mining. Make a little mining outcrop. Oh, I do need to build that bridge across here. I just put grass there, but I did want a bridge. Yeah, of course, man. It's amazing to have help, to have someone that cares to do that. Let's make all of these into planks. And then from this, let's make some slabs. Or slabs. Oops. Right, and... oh, snap. That could have been bad. No, I appreciate you saying that, man. I was telling my friend about the stream and just like, Sheldon's kind of become like a main character. I didn't know what I was gonna do with this world, but I knew I wanted Sheldon in it. So, for sure. I was making a thumbnail for my video earlier, and I was like, I may just have to incorporate Sheldon. Or just like a turtle, as like way of just homage. My man Sheldon. Let's actually get some other types of wood. I don't want to cut that one down because it's rather beautiful. Oh, I kind of do need... I like this having silk touch. Oh, it doesn't really matter for an iron axe though. I mean, if I want to pull that enchantment off of it. How do you do that? I can never remember. I don't want to break it. I can always get silk touch again. It's okay. Yes. And then with the wood that I've gotten from this cherry log, make some stuffs. Oh, I do have leather. Did not even see that in there. What can you do with twigs? Oh, twigs turn into sticks. Cool. No, don't be a dunce. Don't chew on that. Lord Jesus. Let's see. You know what I love? You know what I want? You. I want you in it. It's a lovely thing to say, man. Yeah, I agree. You know, I guess I feel that way about a lot of things, but that's exactly it. My loved ones and God. I don't know what I want to do, but I want you in it. Um, you're right. It is very profound to be able to say. And, you know, to be able to be comfortable in that. And I think that's a part of, the journey as it be, you know, um, actually being myself in that journey, you know, like because I want to give space for the people I love and care about to be able to know who I am, and to feel comfortable being themselves as well. Because, like, what is living a life with someone if they aren't really themselves? You know what I mean? Like that deeper concept of like, are they wearing a mask? And like giving space so that people don't have to. It's very deep. Just choosing to say I'm gonna be here. I was talking to this husband. Shout out to Travis, and I was just asking him, how does he stay married, stay with his partner? And he said he made the decision to have his wife in his life, and he's sticking by that. You know, I'm like, okay, go Travis. Like, that is truly lost in today's day and age. I feel, at least, you know. I think that's why people like it. It's simple enough to, like, if you want to pay attention, you see a lot of insight. I think something else I see from it is the community that it builds, right? My dad does not understand why are you playing this blocky game, right? There's so many other high resolution, high texture, like arguably more compelling games to play. And it's like, well, yeah, those exist, but you know, I also want to just have a more simple time. Um, I don't know, something about it allows for that thought stream to come out. Get into that flow state of sorts. Good girl, mama. What's I doing on my bridge? Salmon wood is pretty. Let's see how this looks. Oops. So like some cherry slabs. That's sad, right? For something like that to happen to you and you become a statistic. You become just another number, right? Because like you're more than that, you know. And I guess my brain tends to work backwards in terms of like processing information, but like that needs to be stated that those people are important and they matter and they're not just a statistic. They were people. And you're right, we do ignore these things, you know, because I don't know if there's a sense of like shame regarding them, or you know, the inability to, I guess the way of seeing it, the inability to face our own demons. But that's ultimately what it is. Like if we don't talk about it, it never gets fixed, but like there's that fear about talking about it. Everything is so taboo. When it, I mean, I get it, you know, human existence and like people, but like I just wish we could be more open and honest. In so many regards, you know, it's one thing to die, it's another thing to die a fool's death. And I think a lot of times, you know, or it's one thing for something to happen to you, it's another thing for that thing to not be a lesson to others and or yourself. And I think, you know, on both of those concepts, it's like I would hope that we would do better as a society of, you know, speaking about the hard things and allowing those lessons to be learned and passed on, that passing on of information. And then as far as like, you know, the terrible culture of divorce and cheating and infidelity, I think that's a bigger thing, right? I think I heard this psychologist say recently that when asked, does he think that humans are monogamous? He said, we're monogamish, right? Because it's kind of, right? When you even look at like biologically, how our brains are wired, men and women, we both seek out different things. Human men and women, because a lot of times, you know, you can hear people say like, oh well, lions live in a pride and there's one male, you know, alpha, and you know, there are all these women that you know, whatever. But like, no, as humans, we have this concept of cheating, which makes sense, right? You lied to me, you betrayed me. But what doesn't make sense is how prevalent it is, right? So if it's so prevalent, then that makes it commonplace. And if it's commonplace, why aren't we talking about it for what it is? This is a human instinct. This is borderline a human need. Now, can it be a coping mechanism, an addiction, all of those things? Yes. But the fact that we deem it in such a derogatory term of cheating, saying, I don't like that thing, but that thing is intrinsically human. Um, and so I think if we were able to fully accept people and our partners for who they are truly, and say, for better or for worse, in sickness and in health, until death do us part, and really mean that, as far as if you're going to go the marriage route, accepting someone's flaws, right? And that doesn't mean rolling in it like a pig in its mud. That's not necessarily what I mean, but I do think a lot of times what people when they look at their partner, it's like, how do you benefit me, not how can I experience you as you are, right? It's a selfish motive of, I want to keep you contained in this box because the thought of you with someone else makes me think you're not going to come back, that you're going to leave, or that you've left me. And also with this connectivity, this mass connective world, to be so disconnected, we have made it so that our partners should be our everything, where it used to be you had more of a community to help you out through, all of your basic needs. We just don't have that anymore. So now your partner is expected to take on this crazy burden. Yeah, how can we benefit each other? Benefit together. It's we don't really ask that. I think I find that in the dating space, when talking to a lot of women, it's, I want a partner so that I can have someone to hold me. And I have often commented, like, what do you bring to them? Because, like, I've been in spaces where it's like, no, I don't want to hold you right now. Like, maybe I want to be held, you know? And beyond that, like, I don't know, just asking, what can we do for one another? How can I fully accept you? And how can I communicate about the things that I don't necessarily like, but can understand, right? To be understanding, to be truly empathetic. Like, okay, I don't like what you did, but let's talk about it. Are you going through something? Do you need something? Are you not satisfied? You know, those things I think are crucial questions to ask, and to take that deep breath of saying, well, this person isn't trying to hurt me. Most things that people do isn't aimed at, like, I want to dismantle or dismay. Like, no, it's just trying to live and survive. I think that lying thing comes in from, like, I know this person that I'm with truly won't accept me because on a certain level I wouldn't accept them. As we were talking about, what you're afraid of is the monster inside of you. It's not so much the world, but you are a part of the world. And so you make up that monster and make it bigger. And especially if you're, feeding into it and not going against the grain in some capacity. Okay. Let me put my puppy up. She is going to town on my feet. Okay. My audio should be back. Again, still trying to get the hang of this. Let's see. Not about being perfect for each other. It's about, I want to be me and I want you to be you, and I want to be one with you while staying one with ourselves. Exactly that. No, like big snaps. Big snaps. I want you to be you, and I want to be one with you while being me, so we can be one within ourselves. You understand? Like, that's deep. That's deep, right? And to truly mean that, and like what that embodies. And that's exactly it. A lot of couples I talk to is like, yeah, they don't have to like each other every day, but truly showing love for one another every day. There was another thing of, like, a psychologist said, relationships don't start until you truly feel disappointment and decide to stay. Like, ooh, right? Like, that hits home, right? Wow. To feel disappointment in, like, this person isn't who I imagined them to be, but they are you know, they are the person, or yeah, they are the person that I love, you know, and let me delve into that love of them. Is this a tree? That's a cherry tree? Interesting. Let's see what this Jacada wood looks like. Is that how you pronounce that? There you go. Jacaranda. Jacaranda wood? Jacaranda. Exactly. Going through that struggle of what is it? Self-exploration. Finding out how you are under pressure. You know, asking certain questions of yourself that maybe you didn't think were questions that needed to be asked. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we talked about that yesterday too, of like, how is someone in a fight? Are they merciful? Like, you know, what does that look like? You know, how do you experience a traumatic experience? Oh, wow. Thank you. Let's figure this out. Why is face cam frozen? Thank you for that. 2 of 8. Oh man. The aliases go crazy. Yeah. I muted myself because didn't need the world to hear my struggle of getting to my cord management system. Thank you, thank you. There's always something here with this setup. With time, it'll get better. Probably. Probably. I don't know. The autofocus goes out crazy on this webcam I have. Will definitely be one of the first things I replace throughout this journey. It's just so beautiful. Dun, dun, dun. As far as a chat, you know, plenty of good topics. I wonder.